This is How to Harvest Grain in Farming Simulator Signature Edition. In the last part we made game settings that are good for beginners, and now we can finally start with the harvesting. So we press B to go back and B again, and here we are, and the game is paused because we paused it in the last part. Now we just have to press A to continue. So, and now we are going to our combine harvester. And yeah, maybe you already remember where it is. And here it is. But before we enter it, we have a look at our field. So as soon as we come close, we get the field info. It's farmland 3, owned by you, crop type wheat, growth ready to harvest, yield bonus plus 52%, and fertilized 0%. That means it's not fertilized, and if it would be fertilized, the yield bonus would be higher. But for this, it's no problem, because we get wheat without working for it, so we can be happy. Okay, so we go back, and now we go to the harvester. Here, and as soon as we come close enough, we can see the option Enter Vehicle with the Y button. And now we are inside. And for driving, we use the buttons that are used for driving in games, so those larger ones to the end of the controller. And I drive forward with the right one of those buttons. Yeah. And now I slow down again. And with the cross-shaped button, I can zoom in and out. I zoom out a little bit to get a better overview. And yeah, with the right stick we can pan and tilt too, and here we can see this combine harvester is attached to a contraption that is holding this header. So to get the header attached to the combine, we first have to detach from this header trailer, how it's called. And to do this, we have a look at the help menu, which is always very helpful, and detach is with the A button. So now it detached, and we can see attach Massey Ferguson, so on and so forth. But we don't want to do this. We detached for a purpose, but we could reattach with the A button again. Now we drive some meters, and then we stir with the left stick. So, and I guess you will probably know how to drive with a controller, but I tell you anyhow. So now we have to drive to the center of this header, that our front is pointing to the center of the header. And then we get this message, a Massey Ferguson MF so on so forth header. And now with the A button we can attach it. I just tilt pen a little bit that you can see what it's doing when I press the A button. Now it's attached. And now we have to drive a little bit backward with the left button to remove it from this trailer. Now you can see this trailer. And I just leave the trailer as it is for the time being. Later we will pick it up. And now I drive to the field. Okay, like so, and I bring myself into position like that. And for this moment it's good that we deactivated the crop destruction, because I just would have destructed parts of our crops already, and now it doesn't matter. Now we have to do some things that are not visible in the help menu at the moment. But if we press the left shoulder button and keep it pressed, there is a whole bunch of new options available for us. And we need to keep the left shoulder button pressed to use them. And the first thing would be unfold the harvester with A. Okay, a little thing is happening. With a lot of machines you need to unfold them before you can use them. Then the next thing would be turn on harvester with the Y button. Now it starts turning. And then the last step would be lower the header. Like so. And then there is something that I just want to tell you for next time. And further down there is disable straw swath. And it uses this cross button. And the right one is to disable straw swath. I just do it, and then nothing happens apart from the writing. Now we can see enable straw swath. And I press it again to enable it, because now we want straw. And it can happen when you harvested something like canola, which doesn't have straw, and then you harvest wheat again, then this straw swath is disabled and you need to enable it to get the straw. And therefore I just told you, because it can be very important. Okay, now we are prepared for our work. I can release this left shoulder button and we can start with our harvest. Slowly, slowly, I just start driving, and you already see the straw swath in the behind the combine harvester, and at the right corner you can see wheat 350 liters. And yeah, now we could keep on harvesting, going around the whole field and then up and down and so on and so forth. But if we want to do other things in the meantime, we have a helper always prepared to help us, and we just have to call him by pressing the B button. So I press the B button, and now the helper is already sitting inside and it's thinking about what to do and adjusting. There you can see the helper. It's a nice woman this time, so you always get a different helper. And now this helper does the work for us. And she is working on the whole field. Only when the combine tank is full, she stops and is waiting for us to unload the wheat that is in the combine. Okay, that's about harvesting the grain. In the next tutorial, I'll show you how to sort canola. See you soon. Tschüss.